Yo, welcome to the Big Al Podcast, the episode. Solo tonight, we're going to get into a couple little things that I got on my mind. First, we're going to start with, hood politics. Hey, I always say, like, if you a man, come to a person like a man. We got to stop this bitch, nigga shit. We got to stop this shit. We need to address everybody we have issues with, because hood politics can get sticky. We gotta start addressing that, man. Like if people claim to be hard, they ain't really hard. Now, if you got a problem with that person, you got a problem with, step to that person. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and say what's on your mind. Like if you're a man, you respect what a man says. So let's go ahead and just get that out on the table. You know what I'm saying? Let's stop with the hood politics. You know what I'm saying? Show love to each other. You feel me? Let's stop with the hood politics. Let's want to get into that. Get into some of that NFL football. As you know, I'm a Packers fan. Love Green Bay. I'm just hoping this year they'll be the year. We came close last year. I didn't even think we had a chance of beating the Cowboys. I didn't think we was going to beat the 49ers, but I think we got a team that could take it to the next level. And Jordan Love getting that extension, which he should have got. He's been with the team for a couple of years, so you got to pay the man his money. He showed you that he can perform at a top level, especially with Matt LaFleur calling the play. So it's one of my teams I'm going for. That is my team coming out the north, but I like to give a special FU to the Minnesota Vikings. I can't stand that team. My boy Brett Favre went to Minnesota after he left the Jets, but it's the fact that he wanted to go there first, but he ended up going there, beating us twice. So I am not a Brett Favre fan, even though he played with the Packers. I was a fan of his, but as soon as he left, it was over. It's a wrap because I'm loyal. I'm a loyal guy. And then you got my boy Aaron Rodgers, same situation. He goes to the Jets because they drafted the quarterback. Look, when you're building an NFL team, when you build a team, you have to have players for the future. If you don't have players for the future, you're setting yourself up for failure. So, drafting Jordan Love was a good call, a good draft pick. I'm glad he went all in and got him. We restructured the offense a little bit with, newer wide receivers, and I think we did pretty good. Aaron Rodgers didn't make the playoffs. He was hurt the whole year, but I think the Packers, we did pretty good. We started slow in the beginning of the season, which was crazy though. But I think we did pretty good. But again, it's that nigga hooligan, you watching, fuck the Minnesota Vikings. I ain't fucking with them. I don't like them, so I ain't messing with them. I'm messing with the Packers. Then you got the Detroit Lions that come to their own. I think the coach they got, he's one of those coaches where he make players believe they can win, even without the best. He made them believe that they can win. So it's not a shocker that they went all the way they went. It's just that see players making that type of money, really taking it serious and really buying into the game plan and the system. It was a shock for me. I commend Mike Campbell on that. I really commend. We got those players who played. Even the year before, they was 170, turned the whole season around with a game against my Packers. They should have lost, but they ended up winning. No playoff complications at all, or anything to that degree, and they still came out to play. So Detroit Pistons is one of my top out the NFC, and also I got to see the 49ers. They fired defensive coordinator Steve Wilkes. Don't know why. I think they called in the Super Bowl on that fourth and one stance, that was that Mike Shanahan calling that Steve Wilkes, because I believe he would have tried to put pressure on the quarterback and go for the blitz. It's just what I see in the whole scheme of things. Brock Purdy is a good quarterback, but he's a system quarterback. You know, I don't think he's a game changer like my boy Cam Newton said was Cam Newton is right, but I think he's a more of a system quarterback to where he can play within the system. But Brock Purdy, you gotta get that money. You deserve to get that cheese and get that money. So I just got the feeling that's what's coming out right there. NFC, AFC, I see either Baltimore or Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City Chiefs are the defending champions, so you always have to throw Kansas City. To me, Patrick Mahomes probably was one of the best quarterbacks I've ever seen play in the NFL. And he ain't even 30 yet. You know, you had your Joe Montanas, your John Elways, your Dan Marinos, your Tom Brady's, your Drew Brees, but Patrick Mahomes, he's already surpassed all of them. I think he just he'll probably catch Tom Brady for real. I'm a keep 100. If Andy Reid keep coaching beyond, I think there's a great chance that that's going to happen. He's going to have 9 or 10 rings. I just believe. Just show you what kind of player that he is. Buffalo Bills, a couple of years ago, they were favorites, but now they've lost a lot of key players. So I think Buffalo Bills is in a rebuilding stage right now where they got to rebuild, especially on offense. The defense, you can get younger players on defense because they don't practice squads and they see the defense, the team plays on a consistent, especially in practice. So those young defensive players that they have, they'll pick up real quick. I just see Buffalo doing it. This was like O.J. Simpson, R.P. O.J. That's the right deal. The Buffalo Bills, they in trouble. Yeah, but on to some wrestling news. All you wrestling fans out there, you know Bobby Lashley is leaving the WWE. He was quoted on saying as he wasn't a Triple H guy. I think Triple H and Shawn Michaels, they changed the WWE from the Vince McMahon era. They're out that era now. They changed. Now they're going back to storylines with the CM Punk and Drew McIntyre storyline where they're fighting basically over a bracelet. But the way the feud is going, they make it mean so much. They make it mean like we're ready for part 2, which is part 2 coming up at Bash at Berlin. But at SummerSlam, Drew McIntyre won the match. They had shades of Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, and Undertaker in the 1997 Survivor Series, which comparison, I think the 97 Survivor Series was more better than it was comparison. Had to be the 96 Survivor Series. The 96 Survivor Series or 97, who was one of them. Whatever Survivor Series that was. In comparison of that match they had at SummerSlam, because you had Real Heat with Shawn and Bret, and you had Taker, which was really deserving champion, was going in the program with Shawn Michaels after he eventually lost the WWF title to Bret the Hitman Hart. But it made sense all the while because you have two of the best entertainers / wrestlers of all time going at it as a peak of their career, and Hell in a Cell, one of the first Hell in a Cell matches they had. And they took it to another level later with Mankind and Undertaker, so will surpass that level. like the storyline was good. I like the way they put the belt on Gunther. Gunther should have won the title because you got Damian Priest about to go into a feud with Judgment Day. Rhea Ripley coming back, which they, at some point in time, down the line, they're going to win those belts. I think Damian Priest is like an Undertaker-like, where he's going to be like the Undertaker, where he's going to always be in the mix. There will be some runs here and there with the WWE World Championship belt, but I just think him and Gunther is going to have a long, lengthy feud down the line. He's going to revisit that feud. I can't wait to see it. And, you know, they're going to put it on pay-per-view, but that match in Berlin, if I get enough likes, I'll probably go live stream and stream the show to everybody that doesn't have the Peacock network. But you gotta like, subscribe. I need at least 100. If I get 100 of them, man, I'm sure it to you out for free. Everybody can see it, you know. It's like that you're giving away pay-per-view matches on regular television, and you got wrestlers with no talent wrestling for AEW. AEW, you have to get it together with AEW. You got WWF, well, sorry about that, WWE taking it to the next level with the new regime. Everybody are invested in storylines of wrestling, and the fans are smart enough to what's going on, but we need to mix it up like Triple H is doing. He's mixing it up a little bit. It won't be like Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon was smart. Vince, when he see something that's going to change, he go with it. He make a huge left. It's like when he let Mankind win the WWE Championship title. It was like a something out of left field because that's what the fans want. The fans want to see that. It was getting popular. Then he came off the Hell in the Cell match. They're beating Triple H and they going on a feud with The Rock and just took it to the next level. It knows the call that Vince was making, but Triple H he's more geared towards storyline of where we're going to WrestleMania, which I'm down for it. I like it, but we just gotta, you know, switch up. You gotta kind of pivot a little bit when you see the fans are reacting to something totally different. And I think that's one of the things why Bobby Lashley and MVP left the WWE. They probably headed to the AEW, which the AEW to me is kind of a doggy show promotion. They have some good wrestlers there, but really it's like it's not a WWE product because once you used to looking at something so long, you're comparing everything to the WWE, which that's what every wrestler on every main stage wants to go to WWE. You know, those guys like Daniel Bryan went to AEW to end their career because they wanted to wrestle. You know, WWE, they got storylines. They got wrestling, but it's heavy, late storylines to where you're following it like a movie. As in AEW, it's wrestling. It's like they come up like a point A, point B, and point C, and then bam, there you go. This is where we at. But you have to be able to change things on the top of the dime when things need change. That's how I look at the whole situation with AEW. But first, Strickland as a champion, that was a good move. Shout out, you know, person of my color hold the AEW title. This is very prestigious, but I'm glad he's the champion and he has carried the belt. And for the rest of the fans, he's carrying the belt, and hopefully defending his Daniel Bryan and all that. So shout out to Swerve Strickland. Swerve, when I drive, Sir Strickland. There you go. Yes, indeed. Now we'll get to some NBA. As you know, the American Olympic team won gold over there in Paris, but I think other countries, this may be the end of the road for the USA team because the European style of basketball has already taken over the NBA. You know, you look at Dirk Nowitzki, probably one of the top 20 NBA players of all time, and I'm just talking about from the NBA inception. He didn't have the, I would say that the greatest jump shot, but he had the jump shot where he was efficient, you know. But he knew how to play basketball because guys like him, Doncic, they play with older men when they're 14. They're going pro when they're 14. So by the time they get in their late or mid 20s or late 20s, the game is like fluid to them. They can play it with one eye closed because that's how good they are. So American team, enjoy your gold medals, glad you won, but you gotta look at it. It's about to be the time of the foreign players. The foreign players are changing the style of basketball as we see it. And that's good for the game because that makes you as a player step up and make you try to adapt to the game. The game of basketball is always changing. They've been changing since the inception of the NBA. And the 80s decade and the decade we're in now is where you see the more fast-paced basketballs. Now they're shooting more threes, analytics style anyway. So analytics rule the NBA, and they're shooting more three-pointers. That's the style of play that they want to end. So I ain't mad at them. I like it. I think it makes the game exciting. It makes people want to watch. Not as towards the 90s, I had to endure the defense like with the New York Knicks they played back in the 90s, and it was like, wow, put some points on the board. Points, if you take 5 defensive players against 5 scores you're going to win automatically. So you have to put that perspective. You know, some of my favorites that I got Dallas. Definitely got Dallas because they had Klay Thompson via free agency. I think Klay checked out and go to state last year. After you play Andrew Wiggins, pay him all that money, and he been lackluster this year. Maybe he might be going through something personal. I just heard a lot of things, a lot of rumors. His friend hit his baby mama, but that's another story. But you know, I don't want to be messing, so we'll stick to the sports part. But Klay, he gone. I say get checked out. And sometimes when you're with an organization so long and they bring in new people and you're not getting paid, you're gonna feel disrespected. So he had to make his move when he had to do. I respect the move he made. He made a move, and it's going to better his career. It's going to fit in with Doncic and Kyrie Irving and be the third option. He may be the second option, but it's the way Kyrie played. Kyrie know he can get his points, so he will get everybody involved first through the first 2 quarters of the game, which I like that about Kyrie. He's short maturity, and even what his doctor said about the Hebrews and Negroes, I agree with the guy, but everybody has their own opinion. He just got banished for something that he believed in. He didn't even say not anti-Semitic, but you know, the league was run by those people, so he got to play status quo and apologize. But anyway, I just think this year right here, I just got a funny feeling. I like Minnesota. Minnesota is one of my favorites to go to the Western Conference, but if Karl Anthony Towns don't start backing those smaller defensive players in, they're going to be in trouble. There's no way you're 6'11" and you're shooting 3-pointers, or you're deciding you want to try to post outside out the lane. You got to get there quicker, you know. And I don't want to sound like I'm a Stephen A. or a Skip Bayless, but that's the way you got to do it, you know. Karl Anthony Towns is a great player. He's a Hall of Famer. I won't say he changed the game like he was projected that he would have, but he's not a Hall of Famer yet. I think he become a Hall of Famer when he wins an NBA championship with Anthony Edwards and get rid of Rudy Gobert and start Nazareth Reed, and then bam, you got something. You got something bubbling. But we got to see how the season plays out. You got Memphis Grizzlies with John Morant coming back, Desmond Bryant coming back healthy, and Mark Smart coming back healthy with Jaren Jackson and the guy they got out the draft. They're really going to make some noise. I can't wait, man. I mean, the West is not locked like everybody think. The West is going to be a dogfight. Whoever wins that dogfight is going to go into the NBA Finals, representing the West, and winning that. I just got a feeling that it's going to happen. I see it coming. I see it happening. So look out. Definitely look out for the Memphis Grizzlies. Yes, indeed. Look out for them. Go to state, they cook. Pay Andrew Wiggins all that money, and he ain't performed to the format that you wanted him to be. To me, I just think it's over with. It's done with. Go to state, just go ahead and rebuild. It's over with. But when you got Steph Curry, you never could go wrong, just as long as Andrew Wiggins come in and play his A game that he needed to play, because you have no more Klay Thompson. Klay is gone. And my boy said the thrill is gone. The thrill is gone. So that's what happened to him. It's over with. Then another team out the West. Say got to go for Denver Nuggets. They lost KCP to Orlando. Hey, I still got to. I'm gonna fuss with Denver. It may upset a lot of people out here. So I don't know. We gotta see how this thing goes. You know, my Heat guards gonna be the thick of the thing. Let's think. Oh, Jimmy Butler done wore his buckle now. I think his time there is about up. Go ahead, Jimmy. Get on out of there, Jimmy. Jimmy, go ahead and get on out. Go somewhere else, Jimmy. You got to get out of there. I just wanted to come in and check in with y'all, back out and tune in to the Big Al podcast. And look here, if I can get 100 subscribers or 100 likes, I'm going to go live with the WWE match at Berlin. This will be free. This will be on the Peacock app. I'm going to go ahead and live stream it so you can watch it, but I need 100 likes. But that's it. I'm out. Blenders glasses, go ahead and get them. They're polarized. I got the neons on. And they are affordable price. www.blenders.com. Love y'all. Peace out.